development. That is why I said it's an opportunity that you are here today, because this thing, there are people that by the time we've launched business, they will wish they had the opportunity to know of SWIFTtrip when we are this phase or we are this phase. When we were at the vision phase. There are people that will wish they got to know about SWIFTtrip at the vision stage. That is why I keep saying, everyone that is listening to the ambassadors of SWIFTtrip, the shareholders of SWIFTtrip, those that are campaigning SWIFTtrip, is an opportunity presented to you to be an owner of this massive business. Did you miss out on Uber? Did you miss out on Coca-Cola or any startup business? Yeah, it's an opportunity to redeem yourself. Redeem yourself. Go and be the first person to be a millionaire, a billionaire, a trillionaire in your lineage. SWIFTtrip will make you that. SWIFTtrip will make you a trillionaire in dollars, whether you believe it or not. And we don't need your belief for SWIFTtrip to make you a trillionaire in dollars. It will definitely make you a trillionaire in dollars, whether you believe it or not. Don't miss out on SWIFTtrip for any reason. Now that we are at the vision stage, is an opportunity. And this business is for everybody, every man, every woman. Are you a banker? Are you a lawyer? Are you an engineer? Are you a student? Are you a wheelbarrow pusher? Are you a hawker? It is for you. So long you can see this that we are showing to you, it is for you. It is for you. So long you can see what we are showing to you, sir. Don't miss out on this business. Let's quickly look at the next slide. What are the subscription plan? What is, rather, the subscription plan in SWIFTtrip? Let's go. Now, please. How much is it selling for? $180. Those of us there who can use that screen. Okay? So subscription fee is $180, right? From this $180, $100 is what the company calls project fee. It is the project fee. And this $80, which you call campaign sponsorship fund, is what? For campaign. Now, if we sum this plus this gives us 180, and you cannot say you want to pay just $100 because you don't know how to campaign, you don't know how to talk to people, you don't know how to talk to people about SWIFTtrip. You can't do that. You pay the 180, whether you're campaigning or not. You pay $180. So that is why it's a means to propel you to go and campaign. You can campaign on your status. You can campaign on social media. This $80, there is nothing difficult for the company to go share this $80 to media houses. Share it to them. Tell them, go to Wazobia, go to Love FM. I don't know their names. Just go to AIT, all of those. Treasure FM. It's not difficult for the company to go spread the money across those persons. But then we are so considerate. We say, no, let us give to the shareholders, those who are passionate about this business, to go talk to people. And by the time they talk to people, they earn from the words of their mouth. That voice, that's the only thing you came to this life with, your voice. So if you utilize it very well, that voice will yield for you millions, billions of dollars. Yeah, billions of dollars. So if you pay $180, if you pay this $180, this is what the company gives to you. This is your ownership percentage. 0.0. Yes, you sir. 0.0 in 5 places, 125%. That is what you own. Do we understand that? Do we understand? Thank you. If you pay $180, you're getting this in exchange of this $180. 0. Please take note of this. I know why I'm sounding this. 0.0 in 5 places, 125% is your ownership percentage. Okay, next slide, please. When will SWIFTtrip go live? Since we've not gone live. Next slide. Now, SWIFTtrip will go live at the sales of at least 3%. Why? Because the company has 5% to share already. 5% is what the company has available to share. And the company said from this 5%, if we can sell at least 3% of this 5%, we will launch business. And how many persons will consume this 3%? If we break this into smaller units, we will get 2,400,000 persons that will consume this 3%. That is why if you read this, you say, thus, the launch of SWIFTtrip is embedded in a milestone of 2.4 million subscribers. How? Next slide. When are we launching this business? There is a milestone that has been set. There is a target that has been set, which you and I, as shareholders of this business, those of us that are shareholders of this business, if we want to know, we can go to the app and you will see on your app at the left-hand side, you will see current subscribers, and by the right-hand side, you will see notes to be activated. Notes to be activated, which is 2.4 million. Then the other, you will see 11,000 plus shareholders that we have as we speak. Now, how do we get this 2.4? How do we get this 2.4 million notes? How do we know that it's 2.4 million persons that is needed to consume this 3%? It's very simple. Since the company is selling 3%, since the company will launch at the sales of 3% of each share, you simply do 3 divided by your ownership percentage. Remember, for one person that paid $180, what you get is 0.0 in 5 places 125%, right? Now, 3 divided by 0.0 in 5 places 125%, you will get what? 2,400,000. If you do this, multiply this 0.0 in 5 places 125%, multiply by 2.4 million, you will get 3. Yeah. So this in 2.4 million places will give you 3. That is why we need 2,400,000 node units. This person is one person to one account. One person to one account. Please let me drink water. Sorry. All right. One person to one account. In SWIFTtrip, you cannot own more than one account. You cannot own more than one account. You cannot say you have enough money. You want to register 5 accounts, 4 accounts for yourself. It's not possible. It is one man to one unit. There was a video that was posted in the group chat this week. I think that was about 2022. 2022 or 2023, that was when the video was made, where a man proposed 40 billion naira to the CEO for us to remove this battalion of 2.4 million subscribers. They say, remove these battalions. If you have 5 or 10 persons that will say, okay, let's remove this crowd, this 2.4 million, and just give you this money and launch this business. The CEO said, we've come to understand that it is the people that make up the business. If we look for the people now, we will definitely get the money. If we get the money now, we won't get the people. We will struggle, because we will struggle like other companies that have launched business and are looking for patronage now. But in SWIFTtrip, by the time we launch business with 2,400,000 subscribers, what does that tell you? We've already built a community, a base. We simply have, let's say, at most, roughly 2 million persons that are ready to patronize the company the first day of launch. Don't miss SWIFTtrip. So, thank you, and we'll move to the next slide, which says you can see how opportune you are to be an owner of a global business. We'll be launching business in Nigeria and in the United Kingdom before we go worldwide, before we go globally. This will be our first 2 countries of launch, Nigeria and the United Kingdom. All right? So if you go for the next slide, you will see our certificates. We have the CSC, we have the EFCC certificate, we have the United Kingdom certificate. You can see We are registered in the United Kingdom. That is the, what's it called? Company's number here. The company's number. You can also go do your findings. And you will see. We are very transparent. That is why we urge all our shareholders to be transparent as well. Don't go and say, because you need advert bonus or because you just need the person to register. You then go and tell them that, if they ask you, when are we launching the business? Say, don't worry, we'll launch very soon, 5 years. Did the company tell you 5 years? Just tell them we are launching at this set milestone of the sales of 3%. Any person that loves the idea will venture into it. And if they don't like the idea, they will leave. We are looking for lions, those with lionic hearts, not chicken heart. Those that love the process will follow us, and those that don't won't. And it's even easy for you. Nobody will come pressurize you and say, Shebi, you say you will launch this business so and so time. Tell them the milestone and show them how to know. Once they go to their app, they will see how many we are currently. And you save yourself stress, you save the company stress. Next slide. What makes SWIFTtrip stand out? What is that thing that makes SWIFTtrip stand out? Knowing that the services we are rendering are not new. The services we are rendering are services that are already in existence. Some of you will be like, since you are coming to compete with these people that are in business, we will fizzle out. Because these people already gained ground. Right? Right? They've gained ground. We are so much aware of that. That is why we came up with something that will make us stand out from others. And what is that? Next slide. PYC. We are introducing the PYC. Sir, do you know what is PYC? No. Do you know the KYC? Yeah. KYC simply stands for Know Your Customers. Majority of us are aware or familiar with the KYC, which is Know Your Customers. And SWIFTtrip is saying it is not enough to know your customers. Please put these customers you've known on payroll, that whenever they patronize the company, they simply earn from that patronage. Now, we are fully aware that a business cannot thrive without the customers. Yes. If the customers don't patronize you, will you earn anything? No, you will earn nothing. You will earn nothing. That is why it is very important to put these customers on payroll. It is the customers that is generating. It is the customers that are generating profits for you to pay your workers. It is the customers that are enriching you. So knowing them, it is not enough. Rather, sir, ma, put them on payroll, that whenever they patronize your company, whenever they patronize your business, they earn. And do you know what will happen if you don't put the PYC in your system? You will lose your customers to those companies that are working with a PYC. SWIFTtrip is coming to make the abnormality become normal. That whenever a passenger patronizes you, they will then stretch their hand. Sir, give me money. Give me my earning. And thank God what you are doing is digital. It's not a local one. It's not the physical one. As they patronize you, they earn from that patronage. And we will show it to you quickly. Let's look at this diagram. Yes, thank you. Now, look at this diagram. I want to explain this diagram to you. If you can listen to me, you've gotten 60% of everything we are talking about. Okay? Now, let us imagine SWIFTtrip has launched business. SWIFTtrip has launched business, and a trip happens in Nigeria. This trip that happened in Nigeria cost, for instance, 8,000 naira. I want to stick to one figure of 8,000 naira. How will this PYC work? How will this customer who patronize the company, because our passengers will call them, our customers will call them profit generators. So how will this passenger earn? Now, let's quickly look at it. 8,000 naira was paid, right? Now, from that 8,000 naira that was paid, the company considered that 8,000 naira to be 100%. Whatever amount that will be paid is considered 100% rather. It does not matter if the person did transfer or cash, paid with cash. It's 100%. Now, let's look at it. 10% of that money goes to the company. It goes to the company, which is SWIFTtrip, the platform. What is this 10% used for? It is used for launching of this business in other parts of the world. Because by the time we launch business and we want to launch business in other countries, we will not call you shareholders. Contribute your money. We want to launch business in this other country. No. We won't do that. We won't do that. This 10% will take care of that. So 10% goes to the platform, 80% goes to the driver because he's doing majority of the work. He will have to fuel his car, maintain his car. While you're sleeping, you're earning. Your sleeping is on the road at night, trying to make ends meet, trying to satisfy this passenger, trying to meet the need of this passenger, and you're sleeping. You will have to buy fuel. So you can see the reason why it's getting 80%. Now, 80 plus 10% is how many percent? 90%. Then 5% goes to the shareholders, which is you and I. That's a total of 100%, 95%. Now, 2% goes back to that passenger who booked the ride. 2% goes to the passenger who booked the ride. That is the PYC we are talking about. This 2% that goes, it is not bonus. It is money that is withdrawable. It can withdraw this money anytime, any day. Now, 80% plus 10%, 90% plus 5%, 95 plus 2%, 97%. Now, if you look at this side, we have what we call customers referral chain and drivers referral chain. Now, the first generation of this driver gets 1%. The second generation of this driver gets 0.3%. Third generation gets 0.1%. And fourth generation gets 0.1%. Because in SWIFTtrip, everybody ends up to their fourth generation. Okay? Now, the same thing goes to the driver's referral chain. First generation, 1%. Second generation, 0.3%. Third generation, 0.1%. Fourth generation, 0.1%. If you sum all of this together, you get 1.5%. If you sum all of this together, you get 1.5%. Remember what you have so far is 97%. 97% plus 3% is how many percent? 100%. That is how this money has been distributed. Everybody earns. Everybody earns. And this is for e-taxi. Please, next slide. Let me, so you know that, next slide. Next. Yep. The same thing goes for the aviation. Next, the same thing for the e-commerce, logistics, and the hospitality. In all of our services, the same thing goes for all. Don't miss SWIFTtrip. Next slide. Who is the brain behind SWIFTtrip? Who is the brain behind this business? You've seen this business, you say, oh, it is very unique. Who is the brain behind it? Now, the next slide will show us the person. Our CEO, Honorable Richard Nnadi, he is the founder and the CEO of SWIFTtrip. Honorable Richard Nnadi, a Nigerian. Okay, if you're clapping, please put your hands together. Put your hands together for him. Thank you. He is the founder and the CEO of SWIFTtrip. From Nigeria, Enugu State. Udi is his village. You can go there and do your findings. It's a very, very dogged man. Yeah. He never relents until he gets what he wants. I can attest to that. And most of us here can attest, I mean, shareholders of SWIFTtrip that has been with us for a very long time can also attest to that. And our prayer is that all that is needed for the successful launch of SWIFTtrip will be given to him. Amen. Divine wisdom be bestowed upon him. Amen. Please, in our closest, let's not fail to pray for the CEO. Yes. Their destiny tied to him. Sometimes you'll be like, hey, CEO, mind the way you cross the road, though. Aha. So God bless our CEO. All right, next slide. We've shown you all of these. We've shown you everything. Remember, in the course of this presentation, I told you, I will show you how you will earn us. Sorry, I will show you what SWIFTtrip is all about. I will show you where we are as we speak, which I've already done that. And I will also show you how customers will benefit just by patronizing the company. I've done that. And now I want to show you how subscribers will benefit from this business. How are they going to benefit from this business? How you as a subscriber will benefit from this business. And all I just want you to do is to borrow me your imagination. Borrow me your imagination. Let's imagine SWIFTtrip as launched business. Like I said, trips will be very flexible. You know, right? The amount it costs you from here to LMA Junction is not the same thing to cost you from here to Presidential or Government House. No. Trip will be calculated based on the distance covered. Based on the distance covered. So because we are calculating, we want to do this calculation for better understanding. Now, this 8,000 naira, it's what it costs this Nigerian person. And $10 is what it costs someone in America, in the United States. So, this is just one trip. I'm using this $10 for our shareholders that are listening to our presentation in the States, United States. Okay, then we that are Nigerians, we can work with this. All right? Now, for a trip, one trip that costs a passenger 8,000 naira, how much will you earn? How much will you earn as a shareholder of SWIFTtrip? Now, it's very simple. How do you do that? You simply do 8,000 naira multiplied by your ownership percentage. You can see the reason why I keep sounding your ownership percentage. 8,000 naira multiplied by your ownership percentage, which is 0.0 in 5 places, 125%. If you do 8,000 naira, which is a trip it costs the passenger, multiplied by your ownership percentage, what will it give you? It will give you 0.0 in 3 places, 1 kobo. It's small, right? Is it small? Aha. It's not small, though. Now, for those that are shareholders in the United States, you just do the same thing. You do $10 multiplied by your ownership percentage, which is 0.05 plus 125%, to give you 0.0 in 6 places. Let's count. 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 125%. Is it small? Oh, sorry, 125 cents. 0.0 in 6 places, 125 cents. It is not small. It is not small. We are so much aware of this adage that says, little drop of water makes an ocean. Yes. Look at the business you are doing. People are saying there is no money, there is no money. Go to the airport, you will see a lot of persons there booking flights, and you will see others arriving. You will see a lot of persons that are planning to go, yet they are saying no money. No money, no money. People are buying fuel. You see vehicles, you see traffic. No money, no money. People are patronizing, people are buying, transacting. So, looking at the services we are rendering, we know that these services don't lack patronage. Transportation business does not lack patronage, sir. It does not lack patronage. So, we know that trips will happen in volume, and we have that understanding of the power of volume. That is why we can tell you that this is not small. This is massive. It is massive. It is not small. It is not small. If, I believe we all know our former president, Olusegun Obasanjo, who is a shareholder in MTN. He owns a percentage that whenever you and I recharge our phone, he earns according to his percentage from MTN. Whenever we recharge, whenever we buy data, he earns from his system. From the, he earns. That is the power of owning a system. It does not matter how much you're recharging, 100 naira, 200, 500, 1,000, 10,000, 20,000. He just keeps earning according to his percentage. And you will not say, because you've recharged today and you've earned today, and Obasanjo have earned today, you will not earn again. No. Google has it that he makes 45 million naira every day for a business that is not global, for a business that is not global. It's not all countries in Africa that makes use of MTN. But yes, look at what is making. Look at the profit he's making from MTN every day. Today is another day. Yesterday he has made under 45 million naira. Today we'll make another one. That is the power of volume. And there are people that missed out on the opportunity to own shares in MTN when it was at the early stage. That is why we can tell you again that you are privileged to be here. The best we can do is to show it to you. And it is your decision to be part of it. It is your decision to be part of it. The best we can do is to show it to you. Are there people that will miss out on SWIFTtrip? Yes. But my prayer is that it shouldn't be you seated here today. It shouldn't be you listening to me today. It shouldn't be you that have heard of SWIFTtrip. But are there people that will definitely miss out on SWIFTtrip? Yes. There are people that will miss out on SWIFTtrip. All right, so you that are saying this is small, and I've been able to show you, maybe to energize you and tell you that this thing is not small. I've been able to boost your spirit that this thing is not small by the analysis I made with Obasanjo.